rock and roll trucker.
This is the Rock and Roll Trucker. We're knocking out miles, we're eating good, we're rocking and rolling and having a good time. Come along for a ride. Let's see where we can go today.
Well, hello folks. As you can see, I'm driving. I would like to say that I've got a load on, or that I'm headed to a load, but it's now noon on Thursday. I am headed north, Deadhead and further, in hopes of something coming about. I suppose at this point I probably should have just gotten up really early this morning and taken off and headed this way to begin with, but I didn't have any direction, I didn't have any loads, I didn't have any load offers, and I had deadheaded my hours out yesterday and landed in Ocala, Florida. Still in a zone where there's really not any freight, but I didn't want to get up this morning before like dispatch and stuff came in and take off and leave and chance missing an oddball load and getting 3-4 hours up the road and then get, you know, and at 8 o'clock when they come in, they go, well, we found a load for you. So I was like, it seemed like the smart thing to do just to get some sleep and hang out there until they got in this morning. Well, that turned out to not be the smart thing because they didn't have anything, no offers. They said you should probably just continue heading north. Now it's noon. I've passed Valdosta. I'm still down here in South Georgia, extreme southern Georgia, and I've got nothing. I've got a quarter tank of fuel, no load, no prospects for load, very little communication on what might happen or where I might go, and so this week is a complete wash. I'm going to do good to end up with any positive revenue this week. After my fuel is deducted and their fees are deducted from what little bit I've done so far, I'm going to be lucky to have anything if we don't find anything else to do. I'm hoping there's going to be something short today and maybe something short tomorrow, you know, before I try and get home, to try and at least put me in a positive where it's just not a complete break even or I owe them something. I should be right about break even, maybe a little bit of, you know, in the black right now, but not much. Not much. Not even close to warranting. It's not going to be enough to warrant 1 day away from home, much less several days, you know, in a full week. There are advantages to being leased to a company, and there are disadvantages. Sometimes it works really good in your favor, sometimes it does not. This week is proving to be one of those weeks where there have been absolute zero advantages of being leased down to a company. I'm floundering in the water this week. Last week was not great. Last week was partially due because I had something I wanted to go do, so I can't really put that on their shoulders. That kind of threw things off the balance. But after I went and did that, nothing great really fell into place to follow up. But I kind of got to eat part of last week because it was, you know, part of it was to go do something I really wanted to do and just generally try and have somewhat of a life, which truck drivers deserve to have a life too. Just usually when we try to have one, it costs us severely financially, especially owner-operators. This will absolutely, I said it about last week, we salvaged a little bit of it, but this week will absolutely 100%, without a doubt, no way to even course correct at this point, be the worst week that I've had since I signed up with this company. Just, there's no repairing it at this point. Now we're just in a try and salvage what we can by Monday. As I said in the last video, I had had a couple of good weeks and I was just starting to course correct and start to get my feet back under me and start to turn things around a little bit. If you followed my saga on here, you know that it's been just a disaster since day one, back early in the year when I bought this truck and decided to give owner operating a try after having always been a company driver for my entire truck driving career. Right out the gate, it was a disaster. Right for the first trip with a breakdown and stuff. And it's just been a series of months of trying to stay afloat and get it all together. I was just finally starting to get it all together, and then I didn't need this. Especially the week before we're rolling in on the first holiday of the damn holiday season. It's going to be a struggle to get through this and get into the new year, and then that falls into the extreme slow part of the season of the trucking year. And this is about, this week could not have happened in a worse way at a worse time, to be truthful with you. I can keep my fingers crossed, but I really got to start looking at complete career options at this point. Whether it means parking this truck and going and finding some guaranteed steady money for a little while until things shake out, and just eating the truck payment for a little while, or trying to move into a specialized segment, of trucking and get out of this regular dry freight stuff. I don't know. Whether I just need to just grit my teeth and ride this out and get through this part of the year, I don't know what to do. All I know is something's got to give in some way, and I've got to really start thinking about how to progress from here. I don't know what the answer to that is right now. I really don't know. But this market is still an absolute struggle. This whole industry is an absolute struggle right now, and I really, really, really want to be one of the ones that survive all this while everything corrects itself. I really want to be on the other side of it, being able to stick my hand up in the air in victory and saying I did it, and good times are on the way. But it's a real struggle right now. That's not whining. Just telling you the realities of it, just telling you where I'm at, telling you my perspective and point of view. I really want to see this through and be on the other side of it when it straightens out. Because it will eventually straighten itself out, this market will, and everything. And the ones left will reap the benefits, and I want to be one of those people. But the path to get there right now is really, really, really getting narrow and full of increasingly difficult obstacles. I don't know what the answer is. I'm going to do some driving. We're going to keep going north. I'm driving slow. I'm trying to conserve my fuel and stretch it as far up through the state of Georgia here as I can. Luckily, Georgia has consistently had the cheapest fuel prices in our areas recently. So if I have to get 10 or 20 gallons, at least I'm in a state where it's going to hurt the least probably right now. So there's that. But that'll be completely coming out of the pocket with no revenue to replace it. So, we'll see. I'm going to go for now. I'll get back with y'all in a little while. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for listening to me vent. This is cathartic for me, and kind of like free therapy here. I get to vent when I don't have anybody else to vent to. So I appreciate you, the ones of you that do listen to me do this. I appreciate it. It helps me. I'm gonna go. I'll catch back up with y'all in a little while. What's up, everybody? Greetings from my favorite place on earth, Metro Atlanta. Woo! If it wasn't bad enough last couple of days, I've hit Atlanta during rush hour. If you can see, I'm kind of moving right now, but that won't be for long because the map shows another blotch of red up ahead. And then when we finally make our way off of 285 back home to 75, for some reason these days, up on 75, up around Marietta there, it turns into a damn solid brick wall for a few miles there too. Every day, no matter what. It never doesn't do it. So we got that. We're trying to rush back to Chattanooga. They finally sent me something, but It's a preloaded trailer sitting in Chattanooga right now. I can grab it, and if I can hurry up and get there with any time to spare, I can get on down the road a little ways, get my 10-hour break, and I can deliver it as soon as possible ASAP in Cherokee, Alabama tomorrow at this stupid paper mill that I hate. Fingers crossed that goes better. And then I got a Deadhead clear all the way to Kingston Springs, Tennessee from there to grab one going right back to the paper mill again. And then probably Deadhead home from there. I don't know if I'm going to have, I don't know if I can cover all those miles to get home. I don't know. We're going to see. We did nothing. Just, it was a worthless week. And then we get to Friday, like every time when it's time to go home, oh, we've magically got some work. These are good paying loads that I can't turn down. But that Deadhead from the paper mill to go get the other one coming back from the paper mill, that cuts that load kind of in half. And the fact that I'm driven all the way from Plant City, Florida, empty to get away from the bad zone, you know, it's revenue. You know, if you just look at the standalone trips on their own, the mileage pay on them is spectacular. But if you look at the Deadhead miles I'm going to end up having for this week, it's disgusting. I'm thankful to be picking up some revenue at the end of the week, but par for the course, it's going to make it difficult to get home tomorrow evening like I wanted, like it is every time, it seems like. Like all the, like we can be just not real busy or have a you know, a more relaxed schedule all through the week. Every time you get to Friday and boom, yeah, it's I don't know, whatever. I got work to do, but I can't go get to it because I can't get freaking to Atlanta, you know. And then I'm going to get to Chattanooga, and it's going to be piled up there too. Yeah, it's just a lose-lose every way I look at it right now. I just can't. I can't win this week. I mean, at least I've got something to sort of salvage some revenue on this pay period, and that should leave me where I can do a short one and drop something Monday, and maybe scrape together some, you know, last-minute revenue here that I'm going to have because, you know, next week's holiday. We're not going to make much money next week, and this is just not going to be a good month. It started out okay. It's not turning out to stay that way. But that's where I'm at. I'm in my favorite place. On top of all the already frustrating things, here we are sitting in traffic in Atlanta, you know. And I took my time all day too, trying to conserve fuel, because I didn't think they were going to find anything until tomorrow morning or something, or late this afternoon, you know. And turns out this first load they put me on, it's been ready since like 8 o'clock this morning, you know. So I could have been in a bit more hurry had I known about it, but nobody let me know about it. So what can you do? Communication is very, 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 very lacking right now. That's for sure. Well, I'm going to get off here before I lose my cool in this traffic here in a minute and make y'all see how much of a fool I really am. That might get me some views. I don't know. Y'all might be entertained by it, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna go. I'll let y'all know if I ever make it back to Chattanooga, and if I have any time to get anything done once I get there. Y'all be good until then, and I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. Well, here we are again, folks. We were in Scottsboro, Alabama at the Walmart. We eventually made it back to Chattanooga. We got over to our spot to make our drop and hook to pick this first load up. We got to get it, take it to Cherokee, Alabama, hopefully get it off in a timely manner, which we haven't had good luck with that recently there. And then skedaddle up to Kingston Springs, Tennessee to drop and hook for another one, turn around and go back to the same place to unload again. It's a lot to do on a Friday. I'm hoping I still make it home. Atlanta stole a lot more time from me than I would have liked. I would have liked to have made it all the way to Cherokee this evening, and had I not gotten stuck in so much traffic in Atlanta, we would have made it there, and we'd have been waiting in the morning, you know, ready to unload, if not gotten unloaded tonight. So that's kind of unfortunate. I'd put a lot of pressure on us for tomorrow, and
We lost about another half an hour too. We went to pick this load up, and at that location they load them up and sit them out on the lot and stick the bills in the back of the trailer. Well, I got there were bills in the back of the trailer. Looked at them. They were for a different trailer from a different company with a different load going to a different place. And the section of this place that handles these loads, they go home in the afternoon and don't really have a night shift supervisor to straighten things out. So I had people hunting for me, trying to figure out where this is at, and eventually got told there's nothing we can really do about it tonight. Got in touch with my company on night, emergency dispatch, and they said, they got some details from me there and all, and we made sure that I was picking up the right trailer, and they were able to get me an emailed copy of the bill of lading, so we got to get that printed off and everything. I guess technically speaking, I shouldn't be going down the road without a physical copy of the bills, but there's nothing I can do right now. There's nothing I can do. I got an email version of it, and if we can make it as far as Tuscumbia, Alabama in the morning without getting stopped and getting in trouble, we're going to get in there and get them printed out. I don't have any other options for it but at this time of the evening between here and there. So sometimes in trucking, you just got to do what you got to do. Any of y'all that have been doing it for a long time, you know that's the truth. Some of y'all will get a little uppity about that kind of thing, but we all know sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And I'm doing what I got to do. It's been a bad enough week without getting hung up for something like that. It's just everything about this trip's fighting back. I mean, I deadheaded back to Tennessee from Plant City, Florida, for gosh sakes. I stayed in Ocala last night because that's as far as I could get, yesterday. And we deadheaded back from Plant City. That's how abysmal the freight market was between there and Chattanooga, as far as stuff that would keep me within earshot of home. There was other stuff on the board going other places, but none of that really great either. It was an ugly situation this week for a man that just wanted to go home. So I did what I had to do, though. I wasn't going to haul that stuff out of that state at 44,000 pounds for $1 a mile or less. I just not this guy. Not this guy. No. It was, no. This stuff I'm hauling now, I'm going to have some Deadhead tomorrow. It's going to take me 150 miles of Deadhead to get to the second load tomorrow. Then I'll probably be deadheading home. So I got a lot more deadheading left to do, but at least the paid legs of both of these loads before the company cut gets pulled out of them are over $5 a mile. So I'm still going to be coming out with, I went up in the $4 range a mile, so there's at least that. There is at least that, So take what win I can, because there's been no wins this week at all. None. So I don't have a whole lot more to say. It's just been a bad day. I really didn't even listen to any music today, so I don't have a recommendation. The Rock and Roll Trucker has been slacking off on his music recommendations. My voice is not feeling real great for talking right now either. But it's not because I don't love y'all. I do. All of you that takes the time to watch, I appreciate every one of you. I really, really, really do. This is my place to vent. It helps me get stuff off my mind. Verbally getting it out helps sometimes. So I appreciate any of you that watch this and take the time to comment or hit that like button or anything. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna watch a little TV and eat a little something and call it quits. Y'all have a good morning or good night, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you're at. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your friends. Be good to your humans, your fellow humans out here. It's a hard world, tough world. Lots of people out here struggling, having a hard time. Send out good vibes only, yo. Positive energy anytime you can to everybody. And with that, I'm going to go. We'll see you guys later.